actually this brown house right here.
Oh, the one with all the creepy notices.
Yes, it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. And there's like signs and stuff. Hello, Randonauts. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. Okay, so today I just have a feeling this is going to be the most epic freaking Randonautica adventure ever because I am headed to Chris Watts' house. Yes, you heard that right. The murder house where Chris Watts killed his wife Shanann, his daughter Bella, his daughter Cece, and his unborn child Nico. And I'm excited, not because I think it's like a great tragedy that happened. It's obviously a horrible situation that has happened. And like so many others, I'm like totally fascinated by it. Like what kind of crazy psychology he was in to go through all that. And just like the horrible suffering of the whole thing. But I'm excited because I think we could possibly get some really powerful results from this. And because this feels like a really big deal to me, I decided that I am not doing this adventure alone and I am bringing my good friend with me. So I'm on my way to go pick her up. But before I make my way out there, I just have to tell you guys, like part of the reason I think this might be like a really powerful adventure today is because for the past 2 nights, I have been having the weirdest effing dreams about this Chris Watts house. And I've always been a really naturally intuitive and empathic person, and in my younger life I used to be kind of disturbed a lot by like other people's energies or even like other entities' energy like coming into my space. And since I've learned really powerful tools to really protect my space, like spiritually, I don't usually like let stuff into my space very easily. So that's why having these dreams the past couple nights has been really surprising to me because like I said, I just don't usually allow that kind of like spiritual interruption into my space. But especially like 2 nights ago, like the dream was so, it was like that kind of dream where you're feeling like you're being pulled between 2 worlds. It was like a lot of the images were like kind of vague, but it's like I knew I was at his house. I was like standing in the driveway and I kept seeing like the garage door like open and close. And I felt like I was seeing things from the perspective of Shanann, but it was like super like foggy. And then I kept feeling like I was being pulled awake and then back asleep. And I don't know if you've ever had like dreams like that where it feels like really just very odd and almost like you're seeing someone else's memories or something. And it just really disturbed me. It didn't feel good. And then, sorry, the light is so weird here, so we're gonna move in just a second. But, and then last night, it was like, almost like I was seeing images of like the ring girl, like in his house. It was like so messed up. So I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. Like maybe nothing. Cause like I said, like who knows, we could experience nothing, but I'm really curious just to be physically at the house and just feel what it's like there and maybe do a little bit of investigation around the house. And yeah, so let's just get to it. All right, we are on the road. This is my friend Lisa. She's the one that I roped into coming with me because this one, it just feels like a big enough deal that I need like someone with me as backup. So I'm really glad that she was able to come with me. We are getting fairly close to the house and yeah, I'm really curious just kind of how the energy there is gonna feel. So hopefully you can like put your like vibes out too and just like feel, because like I said about my dreams, it's like I feel like there's already like just like some lingering darkness there, like maybe that's affecting why the house isn't selling. I don't know, and I'm curious if you have ideas about this too once we get there and we can like kind of talk about it as we just like look at the house. But yeah, I will update you as we get a little bit closer. So we are coming up on the suburbs. It's like such a random suburb that he lived in. It's one of those like kind of like ticky-tack houses in the middle of the plains kind of situation. So I'm already feeling weird feelings just even approaching this suburb area.
It's weird how like barren the land is. Like I'm sure in the summertime it's very green here. Yeah. But it's winter right now and so it just is just a brown nothing.
Yeah, it's very weird. Okay, this is the neighborhood where I haven't obviously turned into it yet, but interesting. Okay, we are getting really close. It's like such a normal American neighborhood. So yeah, I think it's left. Yeah, left right here. And everything seems, yeah, like a normal American situation. I'm so curious what this house is gonna look like. And then just keep going straight, I believe. Yeah, and then you're gonna turn left at this. Oh my god, wait, is that it?
Onto Saratoga Trail, then your destination will be right.
Okay, holy crap, it's actually this brown house right here.
Oh, the one with all the creepy notices.
Yes, it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. And there's like the signs and stuff. Okay, so, but at least it's right on the street, so I can just film from right here. But oh my gosh, this is it, guys. Do not leave anything. Okay, good to know. Okay, so there's signs in the yard that say no trespassing. They look very like handwritten, as if they were made kind of by the neighbors. There's also a ton of like notices on the door that I don't know if you can read, but the biggest one that I can read from here that says do not leave anything. So obviously, like we just said, like maybe people were leaving, you know, gifts. You can see up in the windows, you can see like a closet door is open up there. It's interesting that they left all the blinds open, like the bank or whoever, although they closed the downstairs ones. But wow, it's just a lot of feelings. But anyway, sorry, what are you thinking about all this, Lisa?
Oh no, I was just thinking about all the signs and everything. Gosh. You know, they do appear to be very handwritten, probably from the neighbors.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you were saying, is that, you know, there's almost like a newfound interest in the case and in the crime itself because of that documentary.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I imagine that there's just been a lot of people coming here lately because they saw the documentary on Netflix and they're like, oh my god, the house is very accessible, very easy to find, and so I imagine they have a lot of looky-lures.
Exactly, like us.
I keep thinking to this house next door.
Yeah, that's the one that filmed.
With the...
That's the very one that had the cameras that caught Chris Watts when he was pulling his truck in and loading the bodies up, and the camera caught him, you know, doing three walks with the bodies. So it was on that garage, which is so interesting because it's such an odd placement to have the garage, like if you can see it, and that garage, if you can see it, like faces like this house, which is so interesting. Crazy.
I feel so bad for this neighborhood.
Yeah, because they have to deal with people like us coming here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the Chris Watts case is just so fascinating and, you know, tragic because, you know, this isn't a situation that's like Ed Gein, you know, where he had like 20 dead Boy Scouts in the basement here.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
like so shocking that you're like, oh my gosh, like we have to move.
Yeah.
And I imagine these people who have to live here still are like, yeah, this guy like snapped essentially, or you know, I think it's definitely come out that Chris was like a high functioning sociopath, so like he didn't feel emotions the way other people do, which is why, you know, this whole thing is just so shocking to people of just how easy it was for him, because he very easily just murdered his wife and 2 daughters.
It's weird also just to see their garage doors like in person here, because this was such a theme of my weird ass dreams of I felt like I was seeing, like the way it felt in my first dream that I had, I felt like I was seeing it from the perspective of Shanann, like standing in the driveway and like that big door kept like opening and then closing, and it felt like really normal, but at the same time there were like really weird emotions attached to it. It's very bizarre. So craziness. Okay, so now that we're here, we're like physically present with the house. I'm way too chicken shit to like go up to the porch, especially with all these scary signs, because I'm a rule follower and I wasn't going to be a rule follower, but now the signs have scared me, and so
I don't know if it's a chicken shit rule follower. I think it's just, you know, you respect humans and their
there
feelings,
we go. So. There we go. Yes. So I'm gonna pull up the Randonautica app and see where it leads us. So this is what the app looks like when you first pull it up. There's our location. We're gonna hit Randonaut, and so the intention that I have for this specific location in this situation is to get, like, I feel like I want to get more info from Shanann personally. Like I feel like if like there was a way to like get more info about something Shanann would want us to know, or maybe something tied to the murders, I feel like I could like leave it open to her maybe in terms of what she would want us to know. So I'm just hoping to get some sort of message from Shanann to like send us to a location that will give us some information that she wants us to know. So that's the intention. Got to open my phone again. Should we do a 3,000 meter radius? That's usually what I do. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna start our intention. So just think of that intention too with me, and maybe like the two of us will like make it more powerful. We do it together. So a message from Shanann. Okay, that worked. You know it works because it gives you the ad.
It's like, we got the ad.
Yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, this looks like, wow, okay. It's like, sorry, I got a text. It's like on a street. It looks almost like another,
maybe it's like I'd have to see the whole map together.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just gonna show that to you. It's like on a street, like right off of a street. Looks almost like it's next to a business or something, but I don't know. I don't know this area well enough to know, so let's navigate to the full situation. This is not, it's like a 5-minute drive.
Oh.
Again, I have no idea what this is, but that's what it looks like. So we're just gonna start driving. Here we go. So Lisa and I were just talking about like all of the weird support that Chris Watts has gotten. Like not a lot of support, but there's some people who like truly like act as if he's like being punished too harshly or something, and it just like really makes me mad. So I just thought I would mention that because it's like there's no excuse for murdering your wife and children.
Really
like there just
like,
isn't.
I mean,
like if you're unhappy at a divorce.
Yeah, and there's so much domestic violence that is just so clearly avoidable. It's like, why?
Yeah.
I just never understand domestic situations like these, murder or violence or anything. And it's like, just leave. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Don't let it get to a point where you're harming another human being because you feel like that's all you have.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just filming the road because we're getting really close to the point, and I do not understand this at all. So yeah, actually, yeah, you are gonna turn, wait, is it left or right? I think it's left. This map, it doesn't like tell you out loud directions, which is annoying.
I think it's just, I mean, it's pointing south. Yeah.
Yeah, this is right, yeah. So, and then you're gonna turn, it's like leading us to this business, like over here. Like, so go straight. And then, like where these flags are. Oh, it's the Harley Davidson. It's leading us to Harley Davidson. What in the actual F? So, okay, yeah, pull into Harley Davidson. And the point itself, this is so bizarre. It's like where these flags are, basically. Like there's an American flag and a Colorado flag. So maybe just like park here. This is so weird. And I'm gonna show you on the map, guys, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so we just had to park, and yeah, so there's the, can't focus, but there's the Harley Davidson place on the map, and then the point is like kind of like over there, like it's like there, but there's also like a bunch of flags we just passed. It's kind of right there, so maybe we should just get out and walk over there. This is a very public area, and I think that's fine to do. So
yeah.
Okay, so let's get out. I got out of the car and I noticed there's like, oh geez, there's doves in that tree. That's not the point, but there were doves in there, and there's also a big ass nest in there, which is really interesting. I wonder if part of that could be a part of the point, I feel like, in terms of maybe getting a message about peace. Maybe they're like really at peace. I don't know if you saw, sorry, it was like, so I had to go towards the doves that I just had to like film it, but anyway, interesting.
It's kind of weird that there are doves out here.
Yeah, that is interesting. There's doves in Colorado, but that's weird that they're here. I mean, they're not like everywhere. Okay, so we just walked a little bit, and the point is like this, we're like in a gutter. Can I zoom back out? It's like, just to give you a full, we're like just right next to the road, and there's just a random abandoned Amazon box like in a gutter. It's for a king size bed, it looks like, for a reversible microfiber comforter. Okay, and I'm not gonna be like the other Randonaut people and like have something planted in there to show you, so I'm not gonna open it. Yeah.
Now I was like, I would have literally paid you like all the money in my savings account if a raccoon had just come like
oh my god, yes. So I don't know what this means. Like, this is again one of those situations where it feels like a very specific point, and we are kind of close to the doves actually. Like that's the tree, if you can see back there. That's the tree that was that had 2 doves in it, like a very big nest. And then yeah, the point itself though seems to be like next to this, like right here, and then this random 4 Rivers equipment. I don't know what that is, and then the Harley Davidson place. I don't know, but I
was telling Jen, maybe Shanann wants us to be wild and free on Harley.
Exactly. That could be totally it. She wants us to live wild and free.
She wants us to live our lives.
Yeah.
For her.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I like that. So that kind of makes sense, and I think seeing the birds makes a lot of sense too. But otherwise, I feel like with like a lot of these points, there's like a lot of mystery here that I don't fully understand, that I'm hoping you guys will have some insights on, because you always have amazing insights. So let us know what you think is going on. So
what are we missing?
Yeah, what are we missing? Okay, we're back in the car, and we definitely need to do another point. I feel like I have a lot more questions than we have answers. That is interesting, though. I feel like the doves for me, like, I don't know, that was a big part of it.
Yeah, that seems like very serendipitous that there's just like these beautiful, perfect white doves in this tree right next to a highway in front of Harley Davidson.
And there's a huge dove nest. Like, that's what's really interesting to us, where they live, which is interesting. But and we were led to it. Like, it reminds me of something I say a lot in my videos, that sometimes these Randonautica adventures aren't about the point itself, but kind of like the journey to the point, or even something that's near the point. It's not always like exactly the point itself, and I feel that at this moment. But so yeah, we're gonna do another one, and I think our intention for this one is gonna be like getting a message on what can be learned from this whole tragedy. Like, what specifically can we learn from this whole Chris Watts crazy bullshit murder that he committed?
Yeah, what life lesson can we learn from this tragedy?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have our new location up, and we're gonna hit Randonaut. Okay, so you ready to channel the intention? Okay, here we go.
Do we close our eyes?
I always do.
Okay.
What can we learn from this tragedy? What can we learn from this tragedy? We have the ad. Oh, this one's in the middle of nowhere, it looks like.
It's blank.
So, okay, I'm just gonna show you so you can see what I'm talking. It's like all in white space. So I hope to gosh this isn't taking us to where the bodies were buried, because
my God,
that would be terrible. Okay, I don't know why it always defaults to walking.
Oh, I was like, it's an hour away.
It's because it always defaults to walking. Okay, so that's out in Erie. Interesting. So we'll drive as close as we can get to the points. Guys, I'm not gonna guarantee that we're gonna get to the point, because it looks like it's off-road a bit, so you can see like where the trail ends, and then the red point's where the point is, and I don't know if that's in a cornfield, I don't know if it's in a neighborhood, I have no idea where it is. So we're gonna get as close as we can and see what's out there. So here we go. So once again, this is becoming a theme in my videos that before we go to sorry, she's eating. Before we make it to our point, apparently we always have to stop for fast food, so we just went to McDonald's this time.
We gotta replenish.
We gotta replenish our fuel needs.
And we just discovered that the route to the next point actually goes through the neighborhood that we were just in. So
yeah, the route to the next point, it like goes back through the neighborhood, which is really interesting. It's like on the other side of the neighborhood. So I still have no idea what we're gonna see out there. I have nothing to tell you guys. You're just gonna have to wait and see, because I don't know. Okay, now we're in like old school Frederick now, I guess is what I'd call this. Like, we're in the, you can see there's lots of oil drums. I don't know the official word for that, those machines, but that's kind of what this land was founded on out here. And yeah, I still don't know what we're gonna find out there, but here we are.
Another creepy cookie cutter neighborhood in the middle of nowhere.
Yes. Yeah, I don't like these kinds of suburbs. They just freak me out. I feel like it's unnatural to have these suburbs here in the middle of nowhere, but that's just me. Yeah, there's more and more oil drum things out here. We're getting really close to the point. I'm going to try to show you guys here on my phone. And it's very much just like a lot of cornfields and oil drums. So
refinery.
Yeah, we might have to turn here again, sorry. This is,
Oh, this one?
Oh wait, shit, never mind. Okay, I don't know. Shit. Wait, pull over here. We're gonna pull over at the oil drum. Oh, this is creepy. Because I feel like we are actually like, oh wow, we are really close actually. Okay, but this is like where we have to like walk out into the field, which I don't know if we're gonna do, but for now we're just gonna look at this. This is really fucking creepy, because
this is like what his kids were stuffed in.
Exactly the thing, like not this one, but like this is the kind of thing that his kids were like put into. And this is kind of, we're not at the point is like out into the field, but like this is, oh my gosh, I just don't even know what to say about this. It's like,
especially like seeing this in real life now, and just considering that like the hole at the top is so tiny. Ugh, it's like, God, how could you do that to your child? You know what I mean? Like, how could you stuff your babies in there?
I know, God. So you can see from those like latches at the top, like that's exactly the thing that Chris Watts, like he opened those to put his his kids in there. And it's just weird that we have been led to like a point that's like near these things because, yeah, I mean, it's like the very thing that he just like grossly did that with. So I don't even know what else to say about that, just that I'm very disgusted. So the point is like directly that way. Lita's kind of already walking out that direction. It's like in the prairie dog field, but I really feel like being near this stuff is like kind of what we're here for. I don't know if it's like, because with our intention it was to kind of find the lesson in this horrible murder and the fact that we were led to a place that's very similar to the place that you know, Chris Watts went to dump his family's bodies, is like a very literal kind of answer to what we were asking. But let's walk out there. Maybe there's something out there. Was there anything on the sign? This brown sign?
A really old, rusty circuit box.
Well, this isn't creepy at all. This looks like something you'd see in like a haunted house.
I was just thinking that.
Like it looks like the switch they would use to like, you know, put you in the electric chair or something. And God, do you see anything else in there? Oh yeah, the prairie dog hole. God, it's kind of creepy. Like I don't want one to just pop out and like attack my face. Like that's what I'm imagining right now.
I mean, thankfully, you know, I think they're more of like the defense versus the offense.
Yeah, that's a very good point. They're more defense than offense. What is this broken plastic over here? There's like a lot of wires and weird stuff on the ground, I'm just realizing. Huh. What is all of that? This is technically closer to the point, whatever this is, but I don't know what that is. There's also like tire tracks over there, like something drove through here. It's like kind of old tire tracks, but something definitely drove through here. And some weird, one of these like hoof prints. Like what is this?
I think these are like prairie dogs trying to dig.
Oh, they're digging. Okay.
That's crazy though, how soft the ground is. I see why.
Oh my God, what if we fell in? What if it was like a sinkhole situation and we fell into the colony? That would...
Good knowing you.
Oh God. Okay, so we've been walking for a bit. For some reason the camera will not focus on this. And we are pretty close to the point. We're not fully there yet, but we've gotten to this point where like the field we were in is ended and it's now like more like a traditional like farmer's field, I guess. And there's a very pretty songbird over there. I don't know if you can hear, but I was just saying it's weird. There's like this crazy, just random cement slab in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
Because we walked far enough that like I'm pretty sure humans don't really come out here. And this is just weird. It looks like almost like a tomb or something. Like there's just a big cement slab. I don't know what to make of this. You were saying it could be a well, right?
Yeah, sometimes wells will have like a thing on top of it so you don't drive a tractor on top of it.
Oh.
It could collapse inwards.
That's true. Okay.
But this seems more like the foundation of like maybe there was a shed here at one point.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, and the ground is not very hospitable. It's very very sticky, lots of pointy things. But we're gonna walk just a little bit farther this way because we're like basically at the point, but just like a little bit farther this way. All right, guys, we're basically there. I'm filming the road because there's actually a lot of like footprints in this random little road we just found. So yeah, but let me show you on here if it'll focus. Focus. We're like basically at the point, and we really are just in the middle of a field. Oh, there's like a ditch here, like a waterless ditch, and it is really kind of pretty in a weird way. Like the birds and stuff is kind of pretty. What is that? Like black stuff, like like tubing or something, but I'm not sure what to make of this. Do you have any ideas?
No thoughts so far. It's just very peaceful out here though.
Yeah.
Like the songbirds are very lovely and the highway's like far enough away that you don't hear a bunch of cars, and I don't know, it's just really lovely here.
Yeah, it actually kind of is. Like the more that I'm out here, I actually think it's really beautiful. Maybe there's a link between like first seeing the, you know,
the doves.
First seeing the doves, yes, and then seeing the oil tanker things, like the ones that were like where the murder happened, like transitioning from like the horror kind of like that whole thing to then like coming out into like the more peaceful, beautiful area. Like maybe it's like meaning like
they're at peace, possibly?
Yeah, and like finding transition through all of this, like to like grow from this stuff. I don't know, but it's interesting. We're at the point right now and it is like a really beautiful, I'm gonna give you like a panoramic view. There's like the ditch and the trees where like all these songbirds are singing, and then just like lots of land, just doing a little circle.
Beautiful view of the mountains.
Yeah, and that too. Let me try to show you. There are the beautiful Colorado Rockies out there in the distance. Really cool. Okay, we are back in the car after visiting that spot, and yeah, I'm just left with a lot of feelings, especially being parked, like as you guys know, like right next to the crude oil drums, and like as we were walking back, oh sorry, the light's weird. We were just like talking about like how difficult it was for them to get the bodies out, and it's just like, I don't like being so close to all the imagery of this, but at the same time it feels important to like talk about it, and I'm glad we got some interesting messages about this murder, I guess. Like it seems like they were very like literal in some ways, like there's the doves and then here's the exact thing that Chris Watts went to like get rid of his kids, and I don't know. So I don't know. Any parting words? Just processing it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like, I don't know, it's just sort of weird being out here because it's so quiet. And then with these oil drums, and you've got like some hydraulic like oil pumps over there. And it almost just seems like, you know, quiet, peaceful community. And in the middle of it is just like this.
Yeah. It's like underneath it all, there's like this like creepy
this rough machinery.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, well, thank you guys for coming with us on this Randonautica adventure and to visit Chris Watts' house that was obviously protected by his neighbors, no trespassing signs, and we will see you in my next Randonautica video.